Welcome to the very first session of TOEFL IBT Writing. And I start the lesson in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So this is week 1 of writing session. I think some people may be having someone will be removed from the meeting. Okay, I'm not sure, but I am recording the session, so that should not be any issue. So each week, you will have an introduction slide that's going to be telling you what the session is about, what is the objective. So by the end of this session, you will know a little bit about your instructor, my expectations, an overview of the TOEFL IBT test with some tips, and some key elements and strategies for a successful TOEFL IBT writing. And we also have practice sessions and followed by homework. So who is your instructor? Some of you know me a little bit because I've tried to communicate with you via Telegram. Some of you may know me if you are a member of AOUO, but my name is Dr. Friba Olemi. You'll probably see my name with 2 different spelling. My first name is probably spelled exactly as I'm presenting to you, but my last name, depending on where you look for me, either it's going to be OLUMEE or it will be OLIME. It should be OLUMEE. If time permits, we will have a little discussion about it later on. My background. So the doctor part of my name is because of I have a PhD in chemistry. I'm also co-founder of Afghanistan Open University. Originally, we were organization, and soon we're going to be university. But because when I became a co-founder, it was organization. So I am still putting that until we are officially university. I will be teaching you, and I have been teaching students with AOUO for the last 3 years. In real life, I'm also the head of science department here in Sydney, Australia, at a government college. I could easily be a lecturer at a university, but I've chosen not to. Alhamdulillah, I am married with 2, should I say handsome? Yes, I can say handsome, with 2 handsome boys. And your class time is on Wednesday, 2 to 3 Kabul time. And I can guarantee that 50% of you are not going to be happy, but I apologize. I live in Sydney, Australia. The time difference is making it very difficult for me to teach you at 8 to 9, 9 to 10, because that will be 2 a.m., 3 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. And if I was alone, probably I could make an effort to get up. And I am passionate. I am in love with my country, and I'm in love with what we are doing, what we can do for each and every one of you. But I am a mother, so I need to look after my boys too. So my lesson is going to be 2 to 3, and I'm hoping that you will understand. I promise that if we will continue to record it, so those who can join, they will have access to recording. I will give you time for our discussions later on. So if I'm not attending to each and every one of you, I apologize. Expectation. We really want your mic to be muted and your camera to be off. The camera off is not my decision. I really want the camera to be on because that's what we are doing in the West. When we have online, all the cameras are on. But I understand my country and I understand you. And I also understand that having the camera on will also put extra on the usage of your internet, and it will make it a very poor experience. I also expecting that there's going to be mutual respect. I will be respecting every one of you, and I'm expecting that towards myself and towards all my colleagues, the head of the department, the assistants, general aides, and everybody else. And not only respect towards us, I'm hoping that you're going to be very respectful toward each other. This is where I only have to say this, but alhamdulillah, us Afghans were born with this beauty. So I'm hoping that with the years away from Afghanistan, I can still count on you guys, because since I am back in contact with through educations, every day I learn something new, and every day it reminds me of to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for creating me a Muslim and then to give me a life in the beautiful country, Afghanistan. Feel free to write your questions in the chat box, and at certain time, I will check and I will address it. If you think that the questions are not answered, you can also contact me on Telegram. Am I also expecting you to submit your homework on time? I also would like you to type your homeworks. If you can't type it as Microsoft Word and put it as an attachment, it will be really helpful for me. If you don't know how to do it, or you're running out of time, or whatever other reason, then please type your homework as an email in the content of the email. With the subject, you could easily put the subject as topic or week 1 writing, and so on. If you are typing as a Word document, I also want you to write down your full name at the top or down the bottom of the page. Copies of the presentation will be shared with you after the session, not before. So if some of you are thinking that no, it should be done in advance, that's just the way I run my classes. I just want to be a little bit unique and different. And my father named me Freba for a reason. So you'll have to bear up with me. So these were my expectations, and I'm happy. So though I have communicate with you on Telegram, and you have been telling me your expectations. And if anybody has not and they wanted to give me something live, I'll be happy to listen later on. So let's dive in and let's see what I have in store for you for this week. Though I am in charge of the writing component, but I took it upon my shoulder to give a little bit more information on TOEFL IBT, this test structure, and that could be because of I've got more responsibility compared to my other colleagues. And for the first time this year, we are communicating all instructors. We are talking to make sure that we are communicating, coordinating, and keeping in contact to give you a better service compared to the last couple of years. So you have reading section. I'm talking about the structure and the test. So it will be 35 minutes with 20 questions. And it will be made up of a reading passage followed by that you have to answer the questions. Mr. Ahmed Khan is an outstanding instructor, and I'm sure that he is doing way more than any one of us, the rest of us, because I see on Telegram, mashallah, I can't beat him, and I don't even plan to because I'll probably fail badly. So applaud to Mr. Ahmed Khan for doing an outstanding job. You've got listening, and the listening test is going to be 36 minutes. So 1 minute extra. 28 questions. You're going to be answering questions about a brief lecture and a classroom discussions. And you have a wonderful colleague of mine that's in charge of the listening. And once again, I'm not going to cross the line, and I'll let you have the benefit. And I'll tell you why I have a little bit more towards after this. So then the speaking, it's 16 minutes. You've got 4 tasks to talk about familiar topics and discuss materials that you read and you have heard. So I think that is probably the most difficult one. But hey, you are the best person. If it wasn't the classes was not so late, I'd love to join my colleagues in the last 3 sessions and just be quietly listening and see how much I can learn from them. Finally, the final topic, writing, that you're going to be doing with me, but on the official assessment, it's only 29 minutes. At the moment, this is the structure that you've got 2 tasks, a reading passage, listening to a recording that you have to respond. So now you see why I am so involved with reading and listening. And then the next one is you'll have to also state and support your opinion in an online classroom discussion. So though I am in charge of the writing, but there's so much crossover. Only the speaking is not there, but the reading and the listening will be part of mine too. So I will do my best to give you all the tools that I can to empower you, inshallah, for the final assessment. What materials do you need during this course? Sample passages, lectures of various topics, and I will provide you with copies of this, so you don't need to worry. While you're practicing with me for your writing, you can use pen and paper, but it is preferred that even for your practice, if you can do it electronic, laptop or phone. TOEFL IBT writing rubrics is very good. If it's available, I do have a copy, so I will share it with you on Telegram. It would be good to start doing your homework using timer, stopwatch. And now everybody has a phone. I'm sure you can do that. So at the beginning, you probably may not, I apologize, I shouldn't be so assertive. You probably, at the beginning, you may not be ready for 20 minutes to finish all the writing tasks, but hey, work your way. We are with you for 16 weeks, and I'm positive that towards the end, those who are not there, they will catch up. I also ask you to have an English to English dictionary. Forget English to Pashto, English to Dari, which is the 2 common languages that we speak at home. So please try not use any other dictionary but English to English. Obviously, you're doing this and you're planning to go in and you're going to be doing the official test one day. For that, you really need to get the most updated information from the organization that you're going to be doing the assessment. What I fear and what I see as a warning, that if you are booking and you haven't checked, you would lose your fees. And with all the current financial burden that you have, I just hope that this bit of advice that I'm giving will be useful to you. There will be different requirements depending on different organization and centers. If you're going to be doing online, there are different requirements because you're going to be doing it from home. But if you're going to be attending the center, the informations are different. No matter what, you need 2 valid ID, 2 forms to identify who you are. One could probably be your digital tazkira, and the other one if you have a passport, and if not a passport, any other form of ID, make sure that you have them. On the day of the assessment, don't take your belonging because they will not allow you to take it inside. Please make sure that you check during your booking what you are required or not. Maximum, they may allow you a pen and a paper. Blank page, nothing on it. So those were general information. Now we're moving into the writing is still for TOEFL IBT. TOEFL IBT writing sections will be measuring your ability if your writing is as per English academic. Because remember, this assessment is going to establish whether you are going to be accepted for some universities, because in the West, this is a must. Though I do see quite a lot of scholarships these days with announcement that TOEFL IBT is not a requirement. But when you are going to be entering the university outside Australia, outside Afghanistan, it is expected that your English is up to university academic record. So TOEFL IBT is one that is polishing and having you ready for this. For TOEFL IBT writing, you're going to be having 2 different parts. One is integrated writing, that is about 20 minutes. They're going to give you a short passage that you'll have to read, and this is going to be followed by an audio. The audio is always by a lecturer. You will have to read and you'll have to prepare yourself the key point. The good thing is that the reading will be on the screen. So it's not going to run away. You will have it. But the audio, you will listen and you won't have too much time. So what you really need to do is you need to know how to take short notes, how to identify key words, and then in that 20-minute, do your writing, submit it. This is going to be, the second part is going to be writing an academic discussion task. For this, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, no more than that. Because overall, here I've made it 30 minutes, but in reality, it's 29. A very short, you're going to have a passage with some points and a statement, and this is the one that is going to be asking your opinion. For the first one, my opinion doesn't come into it, your opinion doesn't come into it. It's all fact. But on this one, yes, we can put our opinion. So whether you agree, disagree, it might be both. This is the one that will allow you to put your thoughts. But obviously in both, it has to be with a specific structure, because we should be writing in an essay style. So when I say structured essay, here I am discussing a structured paragraph for academy. So I'm starting with just a paragraph first, and then we'll work our way towards essay. A good paragraph should have a topic sentence, meaning that your paragraph, you should introduce what you are going to be discussing. One line. In that one paragraph, you need to give supports. So whatever idea that you're going to say that this paragraph is about 2 to 3 points on this topic, then your supporting sentence is going to be, if you're going to say 2, then you're going to talk about the first one and give evidence. Talk about the second one and give evidence. Talk about the third one, give evidence. And then in that paragraph, you also need to have a conclusion. Conclusion quite often is not that important, but I think when you're going to be starting doing your work with me, I want you, though that they're going to say that it's not necessary, I think make it a habit, because that is where you get your bonus mark. So make sure that you learn a good paragraph, and that is, you will capture the assessor's attention. And we're going to be having enough practice with you that you will master this if you are not there yet. So that's my hope in these sessions. There are some ways that we can write good paragraphs. So this is my very first hint, and I'm going to give you much more details. So the first one is to do brainstorm on your topic. If there's a passage with readings, we just want to get all the key words. Identify the keyword, and then some evidence that I need to write, you need to write, that needs to be in point form. And then in the second part is now, from your brainstorming topic, which is in words and points, now you're going to be turning it into short sentences. I think, and I am guilty of this too, I don't know why, when we talk, we make the sentence very long. We don't pause. And when we write, we do exactly the same thing, as if we are in a marathon. In writing, the shorter the sentence, the better you will be scoring. So try to make your sentences short. And remember, we need to give supporting, and we need to, with an explanation. That's what I mean by supporting. And then finally, make sure that you read it. You check that there's no mistakes, and you're giving a conclusion. And before you submit, check the grammar and the spelling. This is my very first tip for this week. We're going to have more tips, or probably have a session on brainstorming, and on and on. So I'm just going to take a pause, and I'm going to come and see that I have all of your attention, that I haven't lost you. Oh, good. Just remember, if you have questions, you can write in the chat, but towards the end, I will attend to the questions and have conversation, because we are recording. I prefer that we don't waste too much of time on recording. So, for a chemist, I decided to be very different. So this time, my session is very different. I'm practicing this new style, is that I'm giving you a structure, and it is an organ, obviously, with some keywords on it. So based on what I said is a good paragraph, I want you to try writing a paragraph using this image and share it in the chat box. And I'm only going to give you 5 minutes. The race is starting. Show me. Let's see. Type in the chat about just an structure paragraph. If I have this presentation in any other way, then I will not be able to see you. So I apologize if I did not see the message early. If I have to chat with you, come back and forth. I can't make it bigger, but you will have copy of it. Is anybody's game to write a paragraph? For Afghan, okay, go for it. You can speak.
Excuse me, miss. Should we write it in the chat box or should
Yes.
we try another way?
Yeah. Yeah. No. In the chat box. In the chat box, just write based on what you see. I just want you that what can you write about a structured paragraph about what I've given you. And don't be shy, because remember at the beginning, I said the rule is that we have to be very respectful. So I will not allow anybody to laugh at each other. I promise you. Because if somebody puts me to do this, I won't be good at it. So this is a surprise for all of us. So if you can, I'll be grateful. But if you're shy, you don't want to do it here, you can write it in Telegram. But you're very good. The way I see in Telegram, you guys all writing nicely. Don't be scared, because I just want to see your level. Wow. I think I have a somebody with biology or medicine background. Well done. So I'm actually going to copy this because I don't want to lose the chat while somebody else is trying. Okay, and Idris Tyree is also. Oh, ha 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 ha. Okay. Anybody else wants to? Abasin Moment is how can you learn something? Is it a question or is it a comment? Anybody else? All right. So I'll move to the next slide. Oh, somebody else is done. Good, 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 good. No, no, good. Keep on writing. Marjana's also given me, and Mr. Mamand has also given me a very short. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Well done. I am copying what you write in the chat. So then I will read later and provide some, give you individual feedback. Anybody else wants to give it a try? Or should I give you the next slide? So I'll give the next slide. There you go. Not very different. So describe the following creature as a paragraph in the chat. I'll try to make this one as a slide to make it a little bit bigger. I hope that you can all see it, but I have no control over if you ask questions, or just keep on writing a paragraph in the chat if you can hear me, please. I hope that you can hear me. I'll come back to see. I'm very happy. So participation is good. I just hope that I copied everybody's from the beginning. I'll try to do one more time. Don't want to miss anyone's. Multitasking is not easy. So I wonder if you understood. So I actually helped you with brainstorming. I gave you a image with the keywords on the image. And to help, I chose something that I know that you will be able to write. Very general, because majority of these things are curriculum in schools. If not, AOUO. I saw a familiar face in here. A familiar name. Lovely to have you. Hello. Oh, another. So I'm surprised. I'm very impressed. I think you guys are going to keep me on my toes. I have to be more innovative each week. You wish that the topic was about money. Once you know me, then you will. You never know. Maybe I will choose about money too one day. Okay. Well, I'm very impressed. This will keep me busy to analyze and give you detailed feedback, inshallah. And now that takes me to your homework. Same, because whenever I give something, the homework is about similar. So for your homework, I've given you 2 images on the slide. You don't have to do it now. Don't write anything. What you're going to be doing is the 2 images on the slide number 15, you'll have to use it and you'll have to write a structured English paragraphs. Let me bold this and let me make this a little bit bigger so that when you get a copy of this, you will see the emphasize. So you had a good practice on writing a paragraph. Now my challenge is increase the length. And when you're increasing the length, you still have to know that I'm expecting you to have an introduction and then paragraphs, 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 conclusion, and make sure that you have to type it. So type it by email. Please include your full name. Why? Because your emails are says one thing and your name is something else. Your full name on the MS Word or email. Okay. Now, you must submit it this Wednesday. You only have till Friday midnight. I know Friday is your off day, but do it Friday. If you can do it earlier, bonus, good for you, good for me. This is my email. You will have a copy of this presentation right away as soon as we finish. It will be on Telegram. But if you want, I'll put my email in the chat. It has to be by email, from your email. The reason I'm saying it's Friday because I have put Saturday morning for marking your work. I am super busy, but I will do my best. So try to submit it on time if you want feedback. And I will make sure that you have feedback before next Wednesday. That is my promise to you. And now I'm going to go to the last slide. I have some students in here that have joined me again, giving me pleasure to have them. And they probably is
Could
going
you
to be.
please bring up the
What was your question? Sorry.
could you please bring the homework picture once again to take a screenshot?
Okay. Sure. No worries. Here. What I'll do is I'll put this one as a slide. So if you are taking a screenshot, that's going to make it easy. But remember, within the next 10-15 minutes,
Okay,
I will make
thanks.
sure that copy of the presentation is going to be on Telegram. So you will have a copy. Now I'm going to come back to this slide and I'll come to you and I will stop the recording.